everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is a very long awaited video for myself at least, and it is on the Colourpop My Little Pony palette. I am really excited to film with this today because it is filled with so many colours. As you can see, it's got all of the My Little Pony colours in it, and I think it's just really fun to play with. So I'm going to show you what I will do with it today. So in excitement and anticipation for this beautiful palette, I decided that I would do a My Little Pony character quiz, and that would determine what eye makeup that I would do today. And I did a playbuzz.com quiz and I got Rarity. So she's purple, blue, what else is she? Purple, blue, and white. So without any further ado, let's hop into the video. First, I'm going to prime my face today, and I'm going to use the Revlon Youth, I hope you can see that, the Revlon Youth FX Wrinkle and Firm Primer. The first time I used this, I didn't really think that it worked that well, but after a few times using it, it actually does sort of blur your pores, but it's sort of like the cheaper version of, what's it called? Professional, that's what it's called. Next step is rather boring. I'm going to curl my eyelashes. Eyelashes are done, and I'm going to use the, what's it called? I have no idea. I've been sitting here for like a minute and I have no idea what it's called, but it's by Maybelline and it's like a kohl pencil, so I'm going to tight line with that today. Next, I'm going to prime my eyelids with the same old Urban Decay Potion Primer, the anti-aging one. Onto the lids. Just blend that in with your finger. Not your finger, it's my finger. And just setting that with the Stay Matte powder. Today I was thinking I'd go for a bit more of a bold brow, so I'm using the Brow Chi pomade in the shade Taupe. So it looks like that. And just a Zoeva angled liner brush to make it look like I've got more hair than I actually do. Okay, that took for frickin' ever. Oh no, I have no space left in here. Just hang on a second and I'll be back in like, seriously, a second, because, you know, editing Bridget will totally fix this up. I'll be back. See, what did I tell ya? I told you she'd fix it up for ya. Now, back to what I was doing before. I'm going to save putting any brow gel in my eyebrows until after I've completed my whole face. But I think I'm going to start heading into the eyeballs, which, that sounded really weird. Let's change that. I'm going to start on my eyeshadow now, which is the most exciting part of this whole thing. If you hadn't realised, it's about a My Little Pony eyeshadow palette, but hopefully you've realised by now. Anyway, let's get into it. Going in with my first shade, I'm just making a transition colour with the shade Applejacks from the My Little Pony palette. And yes, I am aware that it is a sort of pinky mauvey shade, but it's just my transition, and once it's on the lid, as you can see, it's got sort of a purpley, maybe I should move you in. I'll move you in so you can see. Hopefully you can see that while it is pink, it's still got that purpley undertone to it. One thing that I really love about the Colourpop eyeshadows is that they are super pigmented, but you can really buff them away if you've made a mistake, which makes them so easy for a beginner like me who's never done a cut crease before. First colour down. I am aware it looks a little bit crazy at the moment, but this is how it's supposed to look. Okay everyone, calm down. So the next colour that I'm going to take isn't actually from the My Little Pony palette, it's from the Femme Rosa She palette, and I just want to use that deep purpley colour. To cut the crease, I'm just using a sort of flat-topped brush and the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. Putting that on the back of my hand and then applying it as I like to the eye. And then just to deepen up that outer corner a little bit more, I'm going to be taking the shade, I think it's Royalty from the Jaclyn Hill palette, just to make the look a little bit more deep purple like Rarity. Then going back in with Sky Dancer and just redefining that colour there. Okay, finally that is done. Foundation that I'm using today is the Revlon Colour Stay Foundation in the shade Buff. And stepping back into that No Filter Concealer just to conceal my under eye circles. Setting my face with the Nude by Nature Natural Mineral Cover in light medium. Next step is bronze and contour with the Models Prefer Contour Palette, just using these two shades here because clearly I haven't used them enough. And highlighting with the Colourpop highlighter in the shade here, Kitty Kitty. Holy moly, that is so blinding. But set the eyebrows with the L'Oreal Brow Plumper in Transparent. Now to complete the bottom lash line, just a bit of that Apple Jacks colour there. And on the outer corner, that deep purple, just to connect it all. And then as you can see on the My Little Pony packaging, Rarity is down in the corner. She's got a tiny bit of blue in her. So we've incorporated the purple, the pink on the tail, and now I'm going to incorporate some of that blue into my eye. So I'm going to take the last colour, which is Sparkle Princess, and I'm going to add that to my bottom lash line. And then spraying a small brush, I'm going to take this white iridescent shade with a little bit of blue kickback down the bottom, which is called Snuggle. So that colour there, add that to my inner corner. And finally, just to make that bottom lash line a little bit softer, I'm going to take the shade Firefly and put that over that dark blue shade Princess Sparkle. If that isn't a My Little Pony, I don't know what is, okay? Holy shit, I love that blue colour, that Firefly colour. So pretty. And time for the bit that pulls it all together, the mascara. Lash Sensational, you know the one. And now that the mascara is all done, the final step for you guys today is going to be the lipstick. I think I'm going to use the Colourpop Lippie stick in the shade Frida. Yeah, I look like a My Little Pony right now, that's for sure. And just to make it really glossy, I've put the Rimmel Oh My Gloss lip gloss on top of that. And there we have it, everyone. That is my My Little Pony look with the Colourpop My Little Pony palette. Just to give you another reference, That was Rarity down the bottom. I think Colourpop did an amazing job with this palette. It really represents all of the My Little Ponies very well. I just wish it had maybe a couple more mattes. I think overall they did a really great job with that one. So I guess I will zoom you guys in so you can see what I did to my face a little bit more close up. Just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my look with the My Little Pony palette by Colourpop. I know it's another Colourpop palette, but they're such a cheap price with such great quality, so why wouldn't I buy them? And they're a lot of fun, so I thought I'd create another one for you guys. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next week, and I will see you in my next video. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Anyway, see you next week. Bye!